Hello everybody, I'm Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a Wonder Woman in China. Here is a picture of this woman. Can you believe that she was born in 1950 and is already 74 years old? Can you believe that she has been married for 4 times and now is still dating a guy 20 years younger than her? Obviously, years don't wrinkle her, ages don't frustrate her in mind, and nothing is impossible for this legendary woman. She is Liu Xiaoqing, a woman born in China with so many titles. She's one of China's most famous actresses, the first actress in China to play Kiss on the big screen, the first actress put into jail, and the first actress publicly announcing divorce after the founding of New China. What's more, as a businesswoman, she once had 26 companies, dozens of properties in Beijing, Shanghai, and included in the China's Forbes list, known as a female billionaire. With so many titles, Liu Xiaoqing was influential, powerful, and rich in China. But actually, she has gone through many ups and downs in her life, triggering a lot of heated discussions on the Chinese social media. If you are curious and interested about her story, please keep watching my video and have a look about her life. On October 30th, 1950, a lovely little girl was born in the small town in southwestern part of China, Chongqing. Her parents gave her name Liu Xiaoqing in the hope of blessings and joy. She had been fond of music and art since she was young. What's more, her bold characters made her stand out from her peers since early childhood, and she was also recognized as a child leader. In 1963, at the age of 13, Liu Xiaoqing was admitted to Sichuan Conservatory of Music and studied piano there. After graduation, Liu Xiaoqing was assigned to work on the farm, but she knew that if she spent the rest of her life on this farm, it would be a total waste of her talent and beauty. So she was determined to polish her professional skills, and finally, her hard work paid off. In 1971, Liu Xiaoqing became an actress in Chengdu Military Region Drama Troupe. Soon afterwards, Liu Xiaoqing's acting talent was seen. Next year, in 1972, at the age of 22, Liu was favored by Zhuang Ying, a senior official in propaganda department in China. At this time, Liu Xiaoqing began to look at her dreams. Chengdu could never equal Beijing in the film industry, where the best directors and the best production teams stayed. In pursuit of being a successful actress, she left for Beijing, starting her new prospect. In 1976, Liu Xiaoqing married the pianist Wang Li. Back at that time, it was extremely difficult for one to register a permanent residence in the capital of China, Beijing. But obviously, Liu just used the marriage to make herself a Beijinger. It's said that on the morning of the fourth day of their marriage, Liu ran away from home. This is a bit of Wendy Deng shadow, right? Wendy Deng was going several marriages and divorces in order to get a green card in the United States and prosper. Even married the tycoon, the man you know. In fact, they too have many similarities. Later, we will just elaborate on these details. The year 1978 was actually the turning point of Liu's career. This year, she starred in many large films. After the film Little Flower was released, Liu Xiaoqing rose to fame overnight, and this film won the Best Picture in China. Liu has also become the muse of many men, just like Marilyn Monroe in America. Given China's conservative social norms, she couldn't be a sexy one, but she still could capture many men's hearts. In 1979, Liu Xiaoqing starred in another film, Looking at the Family, for which she won the Best Supporting Actress award. In those days, audience needed to buy a magazine first, and then they would get a vote. Later, they sent their votes to the publishing house. which means she was really a hit at that time. Because Chinese people were poor. If they really want to vote, that means they should buy with their little money. Maybe that's something they were really crazy about. Later, her ambitions was even expanding. She decided to have abortions. This surely triggered the breakdown of her marriage with Wang Li. At the end of 1980, she starred in the action film The Mysterious Buddha, becoming the first kung fu woman in the history of the new Chinese film industry. The film itself was super influential. Since then, she and another famous actor, Zhang Wen, starred Lotus Town, a romantic blockbuster which sold the equivalent of $2 billion now. In 1981, Liu Xiaoqing starred in the film The Field in Hong Kong, opening the market in Hong Kong, and was nominated for the Best Actress at the 8th Golden Rooster Awards. In the same year, when she starred in the film Deep Hearts, Liu Xiaoqing met Chen Guojun, who was already married at that time. They both cheated on each other's families. In 1982, Liu Xiaoqing and Wang Li finally divorced, and Chen Guojun, who was crazy about Liu Xiaoqing, insisted on divorce with his own wife. In 1982, Liu Xiaoqing became the first female host of the Chinese Spring Festival Gala. Chinese Spring Gala is like a Super Bowl in the United States. So in the gala, she appeared on the stage with a pink top, a black skirt, and a pair of white high heels. After the gala, Liu Xiaoqing became the fashion master of female audience at that time. Her dress became the style, and the women were crazy about. In her prime years, Liu Xiaoqing even said that every time she went out, she felt like her life was at risk because every day sacks of letters came flooding into her from the fans. In the same year, she published her autobiography, My Road, which became the first mainland star to publish a book. And then she joined the Chinese Writer Association and became the first star female writer in New China, which made her harvest a wave of new fans with a higher education. In the year of 1983, the films Burning the Imperial Palace and Hanging Curtain were released in Hong Kong. With a strong film distribution ability in Hong Kong, Liu Xiaoqing became popular in Southeast Asia. She became the first mainland actress to go overseas. Dwarfed by Liu Xiaoqing's starlight, Chen Guojun had already ruined his own career. In order to support Chen Guojun's dream of being a director, Liu Xiaoqing did everything to support him. So, in the preparation of the film Ruthless Lover, Chen Guojun realized his dream of directing, and Liu Xiaoqing thus became the first independent producer in the mainland China. In 1986 and 1987, Liu Xiaoqing held her own personal film festivals in the United States and France. At that time, Liu Xiaoqing was the only star without any equal in mainland China. In 1986, while filming Xie Jun's Lotus Town, Liu Xiaoqing met her boyfriend Zhang Wen, who was also the dream boy in the eyes of many fans in China at that time. Zhang Wen was actually born on January the 5th, 1963. That means he was like 13 years younger than Liu Xiaoqing. But the two became obsessed with each other, and 4 days later, they even established the relationship. At that time, Liu was still in love with Chen Guojun. So when Chen Guojun found her cheating, Liu Xiaoqing immediately confessed, but it was nothing. Later, she and Zhang Wen still maintained the relationship. By the way, one day the angry Chen Guojun took a knife to force Zhang Wen to write down how the love affairs was going on. Zhang Wen wrote 6 pages and laid most of the blames on Liu Xiaoqing. So Chen Guojun surprisingly felt even more sorry for his own muse, Liu Xiaoqing. When he was about to finish writing, Zhang Wen asked Chen Guojun if he could add another sentence. Chen Guojun said okay, but what Zhang Wen wanted to add is, I love her, Liu Xiaoqing. Therefore, Chen Guojun, who was even more desperate, threatened Liu Xiaoqing with suicide and wanted to chain Liu Xiaoqing through marriage. Finally, Chen Guojun and Liu Xiaoqing got married in 1988. The hard-won marriage turned out to be like a drama and ended just in 2 years. In 1989, the two were divorced. One reason why Liu Xiaoqing loved Jiang Wen was because of Jiang Wen's talent. When Jiang Wen hesitated to be a director, Liu Xiaoqing invested and put a lot of money for Jiang Wen and encouraged him to be a director. So Jiang Wen shot a film, The Sunshine, which was super influential at that time in China. In 1994, Liu Xiaoqing and Jiang Wen broke up in peace. On January the 2nd, 1995, the TV episode Wu Zetian was on release, receiving 34% TV ratings, which was super amazing. By the way, Wu Zetian was the first empress in Chinese history. And Liu Xiaoqing, at that time already 45 years old, a middle-aged actress, could even manage to portray Wu Zetian ranging from the age of 14 years old till her death. She vividly exhibited the innocence of a young girl, the allure of a woman, and the majesty of an empress, which is simply miraculous. In addition, this drama has brought to the spotlight a makeup genius named Mao Geping. By the way, speaking of Mao Geping, this makeup artist has the magic for transforming countless ordinary-looking girls into elegantly stunning beauties with exceptional charm. Here is the short video about he could do this. Back to our topic. In 1995, Liu Xiaoqing met Ah Feng, who was 6 years younger than her. Ah Feng was totally enchanted by Liu Xiaoqing and even divorced with his pregnant wife to pursue Liu Xiaoqing aggressively. After movie collaboration, Ah Feng finally took on a management position at Liu Xiaoqing's company. On the other hand, in the early 1990s, Liu Xiaoqing, in her 40s, ventured into being a successful entrepreneur, building her own business empire. She started her business career by snapping up large tracts of land in Shanghai, embarking on the real estate market. Using this as a springboard, she steadily expanded her business interests. And in just 3 short years, she has amassed a portfolio comprising over 26 companies. These businesses span a wide range of industries like real estate, fashion, cosmetics, and design. In 1999 and 2000, Liu Xiaoqing was listed in the Forbes China, ranking in the place of 40. Reflecting on those times, Liu Xiaoqing proudly said, "These years, I feel like driving on an empty highway. As long as you knew how to drive, you could go wherever you wanted. There were parking lots everywhere, and none of them were occupied. It's nothing like now, where every parking lot is full, and you can not even find a single spot to park." But this kind of fast driving life was suddenly suspended in 2002, meaning the fall of her life. On July 24, 2002, Liu Xiaoqing, who was 45 years old, was arrested on suspicion of tax evasion. The 14 million yuan evasion was the equivalent to buying 36 houses in Beijing's central business district. For now, even close to $100 million. You can imagine that with this kind of money, you can buy several high-end apartments in the center of New York. This large sum of money is what most Chinese can earn in dozens of lifetimes. So that was too shocking for them. Actually, there must be some political issues behind this case. At that time, the Chinese government was trying to maintain political stability, showing the whole nation their determination to say no to tax evasion. And Liu Xiaoqing was a big hit with considerable influence across the country. So the government actions were like a clear case of killing the chicken and scare the monkeys, a move to make an example of her to intimidate those companies that are still engaged in tax evasion. So Liu Xiaoqing was held for 422 days and later was released on bail after bidding on 19 houses. But later Liu Xiaoqing said in her autobiography, I didn't do this, and time will see it. So till now, people have been super confused about what the truth is. In those days in jail, Liu Xiaoqing's boyfriends actively ran for her, hired the best lawyers for her, and often even stayed to help Liu Xiaoqing managing the company. After Liu Xiaoqing was released from the prison, Afeng proposed to Liu Xiaoqing, and Liu agreed to his proposal. It's reported that while in jail, Liu Xiaoqing didn't forget to maintain herself as a star. She insisted on taking cold showers, ran 8,000 steps each day, and minded her weight by drinking corn porridge. In her free time, she would even teach herself English, reading books, and rehearse dance routines with her fellow mates. She is simply a resilient woman. In the fall of 2003, after the days in jail, Liu Xiaoqing was released. In order to capture the first photo of Liu Xiaoqing after her release, the paparazzi stayed out in their villa, across from her home, for a full 10 days before getting the first shot of her. Then, next to the photo published in the magazine, there were 8 words title, unchanged in her looking, still full of vigor. After being released from jail, Liu Xiaoqing refused any help and determined to start from scratch. In 2005, Liu took on her first project, the heroic descendants of the Yongle era. Here is a clip from the film where you can appreciate this woman's ageless beauty and spirited elegance. But in the same year, she divorced her husband, Ah Feng. After regaining her freedom, faced with a multi-million debt, Liu Xiaoqing decided to return to her roots in the film industry. She went back to Hengdian World Studios to pay off her debt by acting, taking on any role that came her way, whether it was background extra with no lines for $7 a day or a supporting role for $40 a day. Although the resources available to her were a far cry from her past, there were still directors who saw value in her film and invited her to star in their projects. It was during this period that her persistence in playing useful roles earned her the bad title of Queen of the Juvenile Girls, sparking discussions and mockeries among the public. In 2013, Liu Xiaoqing married her fourth husband, Wang Xiaoyu, in the United States. It's reported that Liu Xiaoqing feels her relationship with Wang is more like a father-daughter one, and she was not entirely faithful in this marriage, still maintaining romantic relationships with 8 other younger men. Recently, the tabloids have been bustling with the news of a new romance for the 64-year-old Liu Xiaoqing, who is reportedly dating a man 20 years her junior. They were pretty steamy. She's even got this young-looking profile pic on her social media, and in the chat history, they were not shy about the juicy details. To some extent, the qualities that Liu Xiaoqing have shown in going through all the ups and downs in her life and career are truly unique in today's Chinese entertainment industry. Looking back at her 15-year career, we could know that she has undergone so many ups and downs, the peaks and the troughs, receiving the good and bad feedbacks. She often made some behaviors that others find extremely hard to understand, but she could always find some ways to justify them. Perhaps just as what she says in her autobiography, what seems like a big deal will be nothing tomorrow. What seems like a big deal this year will be nothing, will be the story of next year. And what seems like very important in this life will be something up to for others to judge in the next life. So nothing is so serious than what I have right now. From her story, we can know that even in the age of 74, it's still a time for us to strive, to fight. At the age of 74, it's still a time for us to fall in love. And even in this time, it's also okay for us to act like a girl, act like a queen, even an empress in your own life. Alright, that's all for today's story about Liu Xiaoqing. Are you getting any ideas and inspirations about her? If so, just get the power
And if you want to know more about the stories and the people that traveling in China, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time and bye bye.